Good morning on a Friday where the bird song is loud, the air is cool, and the rhododendron are blooming. I hope that you have found your way outside or at least looked out your window to notice all that is emerging around you, as well as to look inside to see what is emerging within your soul, within your spirit. For this is the season of new life, new ideas, new wonderings, new questions. What is new this weekend for some is that it is graduation weekend. Last weekend was Lee's McRae graduation. This weekend is App State. For those students, they have been through it. They have gone through an educational career in the pandemic, wondering if they're going to have class digitally or not. The person next to them with a cough has a virus. May we celebrate you. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. With this, I hope that you would put on your calendars next Saturday, May the 20th, to join a crew of ours at the River Walk Park in Newland, where the local chapter of NAMI, which stands for the National Alliance on Mental Illness, is being visible, loud, and proud. So I hope on Tuesday, May the 9th, we celebrated Farm Cafe. Buy-in Boone Lunch was a part of our sponsorship of the disc golf tournament, which will be next Saturday, May the 20th. With that, we had more than 10 volunteers washing dishes, serving plates, greeting and being a hostess. And then many of you came and ate lunch. There were 88 meals served last Tuesday, and the energy in that cafe, well, it just comes to life. Next Saturday, May the 20th, it's their second annual disc golf tournament. I think I have our two players in Joan and Jana. And if you want to be a part of the disc golf team or want more information, please don't hesitate to ask or to reach out. That will be in Ashe County over in their county park. They have a great 18-hole disc golf tournament. And no, you don't have to get in the pond. And no, this was not my disc. This was a friend's disc. And it was brand new. So how could I leave it in the pond? We will be gathering to strengthen the church offering this entire month. This offering is for new ministries. This is one of the 5 for 5 offerings within the National United Church of Christ. It's for new youth ministries, new church starts, where we seek as the UCC to be a multicultural, race, multi everything church. We seek to have this extravagant welcome. Ministry ideas are coming in all forms and fashions these days. We were one of those 20 years ago. On May the 21st, which is not this Sunday, but next Sunday, I hope that it is circled on your calendar. Around 5:15, we will gather on our back lawn for a low country boil. Some of you know it as Frogmore stew, where the Jennings will be making shrimp and sausage and potatoes happen, welcoming your side dishes and desserts. I would encourage you to bring your chair and maybe your eating utensils, your plate, as we celebrate being church together. This is our congregational meeting for the spring. In our bylaws, we are called to have two, one in May, one in November. May is typically information and regathering and seeing how things are going. November is typically voting and budgets and making sure that we have a council on hand. So I hope that you will come and celebrate what's going on, come and find out what's going on, ask your questions, make your comments, and in general, be church together. On that day, I am very sad that I will miss it. There has come an opportunity for me to do some more training. And normally, when I do these trainings, many of you know that it's anywhere from 4 days to 2 weeks. And this time, when they asked me to go, I was made the assumption that it was going to be about 2 weeks. However, when the final numbers came in, it's a little longer than that. And in the process of discerning, is this something for me? In conversations with leadership, in conversations with a variety of us, it felt like the right thing to do for a handful of reasons. So I'm going to be gone for 5 Sundays beginning on May the 21st. I will fly out on May the 18th, and then I will return on June the 23rd to go work for an offshore drilling company in the Caspian Sea, which is Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan, you can look it up. It's going across the screen right now. This is a company that I was working for in 2014, and they have not had anybody back since then. And they particularly said, "Would you all come back?" And my colleague Michael said, "We're not doing this anymore. It's really that business part is gone." And it mattered to them that we were the ones who came back. And so, with that, it feels like the right time as we are in a worship series called Emerge. And for the last 15 years, 20 years, the words emerging church have been going on all around us. And we continue to think, what's emerging? Well, what if that time is now? What if truly we're not looking to next 5 years? We're not looking to the next 10 years. Well, it's not going to be in my lifetime. Some of us are saying, well, what if it is happening right now? And as I begin to look around our midst and find out these new faces that are here, what is emerging and what is church to you? So I have invited 5 people, actually it's going to be 6 across 5 Sundays, to offer their dreams, their visions for how they understand the emerging church right now, today in 2023. So on May the 21st, Sarah Parker will start that off with listening together. How do we listen together when many of us believe that we've lost our ability for civil discourse? Well, a huge piece of that is listening. So that will kick us off on May the 21st. And then on the 28th, Renee Bowman, she's all about the community meal. And Tamara, what is this thing called dinner church? And how do we gather around a table and truly know church together? And so she and another one named Julie Maxwell, some of you have not met yet, who has a Master of Divinity degree from Aleph Seminary, they will gather and say, how do we come together around the table and literally be church together? And then Molly Bolton, with her wisdom and expertise around great grief, understands us the need to practice together. How do we do our spiritual practices for healing and nourishment together? Then the following Sunday will be Reverend Dave Henry, who has moved here from Jeff City, who is a recently retired Presbyterian minister. And some of us, when we've been in the ministry for a while, well, we're always looking for those times to say, well, what's new? And maybe I couldn't do this in my previous ministry context, but if I could, this is what I might have done. So Dave will be with us on the second Sunday in May. And then Melanie, who continues to push me and has so what if God is still speaking? Really, are we listening? And so this worship series will be called Listening Together. And Melanie will conclude that. Actually, I will conclude that when I come back on the 25th. And I'm going to ask you, what did you hear? And what does it mean to be the church now? To be a congregation that seeks to develop our spirituality, that seeks to ask hard questions, that seeks to listen to one another, building a moment in time where we truly can have civil discourse and know one another's hearts and spirits, offering ourselves to one another in deep community. For that is listening together. So I hope that you will make concerted efforts to join us at 11 o'clock on Sundays. This last Sunday, I don't know why the live stream dropped 12 minutes in, but we are going to have those phone calls to our different providers. And if you can't be there live, I hope that you will find us online on our website or on Facebook or YouTube. So I hope that you are finding ways to connect and truly to listen deeply into everything that is emerging around us, or maybe just one or two particular things. And may you receive them and live into them. Until next time, peace be with you.